Appreciate it, Matt. Thank you. Today is Women's Health Wednesday now. We're taking a closer look at the benefits of walking. There seems to be one study after another lately talking about how we can improve our health simply by going for a good walk. And the benefits go beyond our physical health. Dr. William Douglas of St. Peter's Sports and Spine joins us now with some great insight and details on the latest trends too. Doctor, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I feel like this is, very popular right now on social media. We're hearing about walking, but for so long it seemed you've got to have those intense workouts, a lot of cardio, to benefit your health. But now, if you're scrolling around on social media, people are talking about walking more. So tell us about some of the general benefits here.
Yeah, great question. Very timely. I think walking has generally been overlooked.
Yes.
It's one of the most natural movements that humans do. And for a while, it was all about high intensity, a lot of repetitions, high output.
Right.
But those kinds of exercises, while good for being in shape and getting you very fit, they do have some risks of injury and overtraining.
Yeah.
Whereas walking is extremely natural, and the more we study it, the more evidence we have. We actually see it's incredibly beneficial for basically every single medical problem you could have. High blood pressure, diabetes, even diseases like Alzheimer's.
That's amazing, right? Cognitively too. So let's talk a little bit, if we could, just about steps, because so many people think, well, do I have to walk a lot to see the benefits? What are some of the guidelines here?
Yeah, great question. This number of like 10,000 steps really thrown around a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, probably not the most beneficial number. That is a lot to get in a day. And the research is showing that even as little as 2,000 or 3,000 steps a day, that's actually where we really start to see significant benefit in overall decreasing mortality. Even up to 10 to 15% all decrease mortality.
Adding years to your life just by walking.
Literally adding years to your life. And if you get to about 7,000 steps a day, that's when the benefits can reduce your mortality by 50%.
Wow. All right, so if you're looking at 2,000-3,000, what is that, like a mile and a half is like a guideline there?
Yeah, roughly like a mile and a half or 2 miles but that's over the course of the day. That doesn't have to be from I'm going out for a 2-mile walk.
Yeah.
That also counts every single step you take in your day, going up and down stairs, going from the car in the parking lot to the store. So there's easy ways to kind of get a little bit more,
right,
if you're thinking about it that way.
Yeah, park a little further away, right? People always say that.
Park a little further away, yeah.
Okay, treadmill walking versus walking outside. Tell us, I know pros and cons of both, right?
Both good. Overall, both great. You're not really going to go wrong. Treadmill is a little more controlled. There's no weather to deal with. It's easy to do. It's very accessible. Basically, anything that gets you moving is good.
Sure.
Treadmills actually are a little more difficult to walk on, so they actually get a little more of a workout on a treadmill usually, and they are softer on your joints. So if you have arthritis or other sort of painful conditions, treadmills can be very helpful for that.
Yeah.
While walking outside, a little more uneven ground, so can be a little more unsafe.
Yeah.
But there's a little more evidence that it's very enjoyable and fun. So it has a little more of a cognitive and psychiatric boost. It can improve mood, decrease stress, and it's very enjoyable usually.
The mental piece of just seeing the scenery and I can
being in
that.
Nature is very relaxing, basically.
Real quick, weighted vest. We're hearing about this now. What's the research show? Is this worth getting, a weighted vest?
Big craze. I think the research is still out. The jury's still out on it.
Yeah.
So far, I haven't personally been convinced that it's going to make your muscle mass bigger or your bone density stronger. But it is kind of fun, and it can increase the effort that you have to give during a workout. So it can increase your heart rate, increase your oxygen consumption, which does get you a little more like in shape. But there are some safety things you got to be aware of. If you go up too high too quickly, it could be painful. You could cause more joint pain. You have to be really cognizant and careful about posture and how you're using it. But if someone's really into it and they think it's fun and it helps them to get out and move, as long as they're being safe and starting low and going slow with it, I think it's reasonable.
Tremendous. Thank you so much for coming in and talking about this. It's something so simple, something we all can do, or most of us can do, right? If you're able to walk, get out there and enjoy the benefits of walking. Doctor, really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. For more resources and for all of our Women's Health Wednesday segments online, go to news10.com. Look for Women's Health under the Community tab. We're back in a moment.